There are moments in life when God feels close. Prayer comes easily, hope feels steady, faith feels alive. But there are also seasons when something changes. You pray, and the silence lingers. You wait, and the answers never seem to come. And slowly, a quiet question begins to form in the heart. Is God still listening? Many people carry that question quietly, because we are often told that faith means certainty. But the truth is that even the most faithful people in Scripture experienced seasons when God seemed silent. King David once cried out, "How long, Lord, will you forget me forever?" These were not the words of someone who had lost faith. They were the words of someone who trusted God enough to be honest. Silence can be one of the most difficult parts of faith. When prayers seem unanswered, it can feel as though heaven itself has grown quiet. But the silence of God is not always the absence of God. Sometimes silence is where deeper trust begins to grow. And if you have ever wondered whether God still sees your life, you are not alone. Many of the people whose stories fill the pages of Scripture walked through long seasons where God seemed distant. Joseph waited in prison for years before his life changed. David spent years hiding in the wilderness before he became king. Even Jesus spent decades in quiet obscurity before beginning his ministry. In each of those stories, God was still present, even when nothing appeared to be happening, even when the silence felt long. Sometimes God's work happens beneath the surface of our lives, much like a seed buried in the soil. For a long time, the ground looks unchanged. Nothing seems to move, nothing seems to grow. But beneath the surface, roots are forming, strength is developing. Life is quietly preparing to emerge. The same can be true in our lives. The quiet seasons are often where faith grows deeper, not because we suddenly understand everything, but because we learn to trust God even when we cannot see the full picture. If you are in a season where God feels silent right now, take heart. Silence does not mean abandonment. Waiting does not mean God has forgotten you. Many faithful people have walked this same road, and many discovered something unexpected along the way. Even in silence, God was still near. Even in waiting, God was still working. Even in the quiet moments when answers seemed far away, God was shaping something within them. Faith is not the absence of questions. Faith is continuing to trust even when the answers take time. If your prayers feel unanswered today, if your heart feels tired from waiting, pause for a moment. Breathe. The silence you feel may not mean that God has stepped away. It may simply mean that something is growing quietly in the unseen places of your life. And in time, what feels silent now may reveal a deeper work that was happening all along.